Five-star top 10 power forward Daimion Collins is putting up video game numbers this season, averaging 35.2 points per game, 14.4 rebounds per game, 7 assists per game, and 6.2 blocks per game. Insane. What is going on, Big Blue Nation, and welcome back to the Kentucky Cavalry YouTube channel. We consistently post Kentucky sports content like discussions, podcasts, news updates, and more, so consider subscribing to the channel to catch all of the uploads. We are also very active on Twitter, which is linked in the description box below. Today's discussion topic is one that I'm very excited to talk about. Is Daimion Collins the best big man recruit that Kentucky has landed since Karl-Anthony Towns? In this video, I'm going to discuss why I think so. John Calipari has a storied history at the University of Kentucky when it comes to landing superstar big men and developing them to be the best that they can be at the NBA level. Since arriving in Lexington 11 years ago, John Calipari has produced 5 big men that have eventually become NBA All-Stars: DeMarcus Cousins, Anthony Davis, Julius Randle, Karl-Anthony Towns, and Bam Adebayo. Unfortunately, since Bam Adebayo was drafted in 2017, Kentucky's luck with big men has faltered. Technically, PJ Washington was a lottery pick in 2019 and has had a solid couple years, but I'm not sure I would even consider him the definition of a big man. All that being said, it's apparent that the initial momentum that John Calipari had with big man recruits has fallen off a bit. After Skal Labissiere became a bust after being the #1 recruit in the class, it seems like Kentucky's recruiting pitch to elite big man recruits has been flipped around. Kentucky has not signed a top 10 big man recruit since Adebayo in 2016, and that's unfortunate to see. Thankfully, it looks like we'll see an end to that dry streak with incoming 5-star forward Daimion Collins. Last year, Isaiah Jackson was a fringe 5-star/4-star who had a solid season with the Cats despite their abysmal record. This year, with Daimion Collins coming in, I believe we get a guy who is just as freakishly athletic as Isaiah Jackson, but is much more polished offensively, which is a scary sight. I believe wholeheartedly that Daimion Collins is the best big man we've signed since Karl-Anthony Towns, and yes, that includes me thinking that he'll be better than Bam Adebayo as well. The raw tools that Collins possesses as a big man in today's game stands out as more impressive than anything I've seen recently. Collins is well known for being an elite shot blocker and rim runner, but I don't think he gets nearly enough credit for what he could bring to the table offensively as well. He has great twitch reaction paired with a freakish wingspan and top-end athleticism, and I think that heavily contributes to his top-end rim protection and scoring within 3 feet. But Collins also possesses a jump shot. It's not fully developed yet, but I think he can turn it into something at the college level. He can also put the ball on the floor surprisingly well and has a whole arsenal of offensive potential that hasn't been unlocked yet. My immediate comparison to how he plays would be in between Anthony Davis or Willie Cauley-Stein. I'm not saying he'll be the next Anthony Davis, but he does things similarly on the court that AD did in his year at Kentucky. Daimion Collins is ranked as the 10th overall player in the 2021 class and the #1 overall power forward according to 24/7 Sports. A year ago, he was considered a 4-star prospect and wasn't even in the top 50, but he has impressed so much since then that he has catapulted into being a can't-miss prospect in this class. When we talk about next season's roster, people seem to leave out what Daimion Collins is going to bring to the table. We talk about all the incoming transfers, or the guys coming back, or whatever the case may be, but most people write off this recruiting class as one of the worst that Calipari has had at UK. I think Collins will arrive on campus and absolutely shock fans and analysts. I, for one, am extremely high on Daimion Collins because of all these things, and I think he'll be the best big man we've had since Karl Towns. In a front court alongside Oscar Tshiebwe, the rebounding, rim protection, and rim running will be incredible to watch. The pick and roll action, Collins' ability to pop out and hit a jump shot, and all the factors I listed before are what makes me think that this guy is going to be a stud. I could be wrong, as I also said at one point that BJ Boston would be a superstar at Kentucky, but I'm actually fairly confident in this one now. Collins has all of the tools necessary to be a top 5 pick in next year's NBA draft, and if he takes the development at Kentucky in stride, I think it'll definitely happen. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more Kentucky sports content. Go Big Blue.